In this short video, I'll show how to create an accounting spreadsheet. So let's get started. At the end of the year, I write the spreadsheet with a date, maybe a reference number, a description, a category, a debit, which is a plus, I'll just mark it like that, and a credit, which is a minus. This can be confusing if you don't know accounting, but in accounting, a credit means a negative amount, a debit means a positive amount. If in accounting, when you debit your bank, it's different when the bank says they debit your bank account. When in accounting, when you debit your bank account, it means you're adding or depositing money into it. And then you have a balance. And so what I do is I start, let's say, with a balance of, $10,000, whatever the balance is at the end of the year. Now, one thing you want to do is change the format to a dollar notation. And then the other thing I do is I turn this into a table. To do that, you press Control T. And I say my table has headers, click OK. And now I've got a bona fide table. And so now I'm going to put here, let's say, the previous year. So I'm going to put 12/31/2021. I'll put here beginning balance. And then I would put in the various transactions. In Excel, if you want to make things bigger, you just drag. So let's say on January 5th, 2022, I like to schedule the date. I like to format the date. I'll go to format date, format cells as date, and I like to have the full 0, 3, and so on. So I'm putting here, let's say, check 101. The description is, let's say, material or, material. Actually, I'll call it paint. And I'll call it material. And let's say we spent $22.50. And then at 1/08/2022, we rewrote check number 2. We bought more paint and again material. And this time we spent $101.10. First thing we want to do is to have a running balance. So I add the previous cell by click, in the cell where I wish to have a formula, I press plus sign, add the previous cell, and then what I do is I add the debit cell and I subtract the credit cell and I press enter. And then if I want to project this down further, I just drag from that corner and I project it down like that. And so as I add more things, I'm going to add 1/12/2022. I'll put check number 103. Let's say I'll call it bill. And this is accounting. And this will be $500. And then we got paid at 1/15/2022. I'll just say description is deposit deposit from Bob. This will be income. And this will be, let's say, $1,000. And then at 1/18/2022, we wrote a check for, description is like IRS. We paid tax and we paid $500. And we can go on and on. So I'll just put one more 2022 and maybe check 105. We paid to the state tax. Category again, tax, and we spend $300. Great. So now we have a beginning balance and ending balance. Everything is great. I can remove these cells here. Oops, just remove all of these cells. I can drag on the cells, right click, delete, and all is good. I'll even delete this cell. So what I'm trying to do now is to basically give me a breakdown of income and expense by category. So how do I do that? First, I'm going to copy my various categories and I'll paste them here, but I want to format them just like a normal cell. So I'm going to copy this cell and project it like that. So I get rid of the formatting. Now what I want to do is I want to have a unique representation of these cells. So I select the cells, I go to data, and in data, let me make this a little bigger. In data, there is a remove duplicates. So I'm going to remove duplicates. And now I have just the unique categories of material, accounting, income, and tax. So for me now to do the accounting or the summation, there is a formula called sum if. So I'm going to say sum if, and sum if takes a range of the category. So the first parameter is the range that you will evaluate that will match these categories. Then comma, and we put the criteria. Now the criteria is going to be equal, and then to pass a dynamic value, you have to use the ampersand, and I'm going to put the cell that I'm interested in this case A12, and then comma, and then I'm going to put the sum range. I'm going to add all the pluses, the debits, and then if I press enter, it will just give me the debits. Now, if I want to subtract the credits, I'm going to say again minus sum if the range is the same range here. Now it's going to be, the criteria is going to be again equal in quotes and the cell A12, and in the next sum is going to be the credits, the negatives. And that's all. If I press enter, you can see that I spent a total on material of $123.60, which is these two cells here. Now, if I want to copy this, now if I just copy it, because cell A12 is a, basically a dynamic cell, I've just broken down my accounting by basically, it doesn't matter how big this table is, this scheme will work for you universally. I'll change the format to dollars. And then what I can do is I can put a sum of these and make sure, just for sanity check, if I add all the income minus my expenses, I can see that my bank balance should have gotten lower by $423.60. So let's take the beginning balance just to do sanity check. I'll add the beginning balance. Let's do transaction outcome. Not sure if it's a great name, but I'll just copy this cell, and then I can say ending balance should be, and we simply sum these two cells, and we can compare 95.76 and 95.76. So this is good, and we know that the breakdown has been a success. So hopefully this video was beneficial for you to be able to summarize your cells for hypothetical accounting spreadsheet. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you on other videos.